Hey everyone, today I'm going to go over what software tracks and manages no-shows. So whether you're running a salon or a spa, you have a barber shop or any other type of fitness or health offering, you know that no-shows can take a lot out of your budget. In fact, recent studies from the worldwide salon marketing indicate that no-shows can cost up to 10% of your annual budget. Now, if you are just starting out, that's a huge loss of revenue. And even if your customer calls to cancel, that can still impact your revenue if they haven't given you at least a day's notice, because now you have those empty time frames and it can be a big pain to fill that gap, especially if you already altered other services and appointments around that particular appointment. So this can disrupt your day in a lot of ways, and I have found that there are 5 key software solutions that track and manage no-shows to help you reduce no-shows, and that includes Boulevard, Vagaro, STX Software, SalonTarget, and GlossGenius. So these all operate in somewhat similar fashions. I'm going to start right here with GlossGenius since I have it up and running. So GlossGenius primarily works to keep your no-shows and cancellations to a minimum by increasing things like reminders. So that's going to be a big one, is helping you with your reminders. And they have an online booking function that also includes no-show protection. So that no-show protection helps you optimize your schedule. If someone no-shows or they cancel within a short amount of time, it will automatically charge cancellation fees should you set that up. Now, another way that GlossGenius helps you is with your waitlist function. So the waitlist function is probably one of my favorite features here. They set up a waitlist so that you can take in last minute appointments. So if someone books an appointment, let's say a week from now, and then you have a cancellation this morning, you can set up that wait list so that the person whose appointment is set a week from now gets a notification. They want to be put on that wait list and they want to know if there is something sooner. You have all of these automated email reminders that you see right here. And then they get those same types of reminders in the event that there's an opening. So that makes it very easy for someone to be like, oh, yes, I would much prefer booking my time right now. And then boom, they filled that slot. So that helps you manage that cancellation much easier. So Vagaro works in a similar function. Vagaro has lots of different features that you can see here, and online booking and notifications are some of the key ways that they help keep those cancellations to a minimum. So basically, when you are in your calendar function and you're looking at the calendar here, this function lets you mark someone as a no-show. So if someone doesn't show up, you can manually indicate Tasha didn't show up for her massage, right? And then that gets reported on. So you can choose to automatically charge a cancellation fee for this or a no-show fee. If they happen to have a package where, let's say Tasha bought a package with several massages already, but she did a no-show for this one, well, you can still substitute or deduct one of those massages from her package as though she had actually shown up. There's also, of course, the option of sending those features, as I mentioned, or sending those notifications, as I mentioned. And that's a great way to send emails, letting people know that they've accepted their appointment. And Vagaro sends a lot of messages, a lot, like so many more than you would expect. Speaking as someone who uses Vagaro, you get these push notifications. There are in-app notifications as the client or customer who has booked an appointment, let's say Tasha with her massage, she's going to get several reminders, 48 hours out, 24 hours out, and at any given time, she'll have the option of canceling or changing. So if she chooses not to do that, then obviously you can set up and charge that no-show fee or use their membership and deduct automatically from a membership or package. And then if they do it a lot, Vagaro lets you block that person directly from their customer profile. Now from there, they do have other features like customer tracking. So these details, you can not only see who has repeatedly failed to show up, but you can identify classes or appointments where someone had a missed appointment, where they canceled a lot, or where they just didn't show up. And you can filter this information and generate a list of your customers so that you know in future who you might want to block or avoid, or just be aware that you may need to change your cancellation fee and charge them a little bit more. So popping over here to STX software. So STX software is a pretty robust system when it comes to keeping cancellations and no-shows at a minimum. You can see that they have this very robust setup here for your client information. Now, one of the ways that they help keep no-shows to a minimum is with the salon booking confirmations. So obviously that's the same as pretty much any of these top providers. They're going to send confirmation requests so that your customers can book their appointments. So they're going to book that appointment. You're going to get the scheduling reminders. They can book at any time, email and text message reminders. So those reminders are automated. You don't have to deal with them, but they send whether you are in the office or not. In addition to which, they will remind them that their appointment is coming up and they can either change the appointment time or cancel the appointment now. If you set it up, you can create a prepayment option. You can save client credit card information. And if they don't show up, then you can enact that deposit policy or that prepayment policy and end up charging them. And much the same as how GlossGenius had the waiting room, STX also has a waiting room function. So with this feature, you can manage your clients by filling those canceled times using the waiting room. You can also track those no-shows. There are extra steps where you can generate not the same level of reports as you would get with Vagaro, but similar reporting to let you know who is canceling, who isn't showing up, who might be pulling those kinds of actions on a somewhat regular basis. And then similar to what you have over here with GlossGenius, if you have a prepaid package offering or a membership, and someone has paid in advance for some of your services, like Tasha with Vagaro, who paid for a massage package, and they don't show up, you can still automatically deduct that service from their package and membership. And that will help you to still generate that income in a compensatory way. So that's something that it does share with Vagaro and GlossGenius, but functionally it's just a little bit different when it comes to the actual interface. Now, SalonTarget is another option to reduce no-shows. Their main idea here is with client tracking and regular reminders. So obviously there's a lot of tracking here. Their interface isn't the best, in my opinion, but they do claim that they can reduce missed appointments by up to 80% by using those automated confirmations and reminders, letting clients cancel instantly when they get that reminder. They might want to just immediately click and say, never mind. And then, of course, freeing up those time slots and keeping track of who has done what. So with this breakdown, looking at your options, who has booked, who has canceled, you can follow up. You can see which clients have confirmed regularly, which clients have canceled regularly, and how that might be impacting your overall sales. And then finally, we pop over here to Boulevard. Now, Boulevard has a lot of ways to keep track of no-shows. So the first is the same as all these others. You have regular reminders. So with your content over here, you can manage client notifications. So right here, booking confirmations for appointments can be turned on or off beforehand for a booking confirmation. Now that sends as soon as someone has booked an appointment. You can send a reminder 2 days before their appointment via email or text, and then you can set up a same-day reminder, letting people know, hey, you have a reminder this afternoon, an appointment this afternoon at 11. So those are ways that you can encourage clients to just remember that they do have an appointment, because most of the time when there is a no-show, it's just because clients forgot or customers forgot. It's not because they're intentionally trying to hurt your business. Now, there are client-initiated cancellation options as well. So when these get sent out, someone might respond, hey, I have my appointment right here. See, hey, Victor, you're scheduled on Monday. Please reply yes to confirm. Now, if Victor had said no, he would have had the option of changing his appointment or paying the late cancellation fee or the no-show fee, both of which can be set up directly through this platform. But as you can see, the setup as compared to these options is a little bit more robust. It handles all of that appointment information in one place. So all of those notifications that get pushed will auto-populate here. So you can confirm, you can make sure that people are set up for their 10 a.m. appointment, and you can enforce that cancellation policy. So if someone doesn't show up at all, you can use their saved data. So let's pull up Aria Hathaway here. You can look at her information. You can see what packages she has. You can deduct from a package if she had booked an appointment for one of her blowout packages. And of course, you can simply charge the late or no-show fee with the credit card information or payment method that she has saved on file. So there are a lot of ways that you can increase your business growth, especially keeping those margins where they ought to be. And with so many options, GlossGenius is going to be very effective for those who want to focus more on creating that waitlist and filling that lost time when someone does cancel at the last minute. Vagaro is going to be a wonderful resource for generating reports based on who has canceled with regularity in the past, so you know which customers may be no-shows long-term. Then you over here you have STX, which does really well to set up prepayment options and send confirmations. The same with SalonTarget, which increases offerings by automatically deducting from any existing packages or memberships that a client has or charging them for cancellation fees with a similar waitlist management system to GlossGenius. Functionally, Boulevard is going to be one of the better options because all of that information is maintained in one easy-to-use platform. You can set up those reminders, you can generate reports for your customers, and manage all of your communication about confirmations for appointments right here.